going to talk to you a little bit about the 2 different Letterland activities that we are sending out to you today. Both of these activities are going to help you be ready for our very first test tomorrow. Our test tomorrow has 2 parts to it. There's going to be a part where you have to listen to the words, like I'll say them, and then you have to be able to write them. Okay, so for example, bat. If that's the word that I said, you would need to be able to write all the letters for the sounds b, at, to be able to write that word bat. Okay, so that's going to be part 1. And then part 2 is going to be a story. You'll need to record your voice reading a new story to me. Okay, so I'm going to show you this activity that already went out to you, and then I'm going to read to you the story you're going to practice today. That'll be different from the story you're going to read tomorrow. Okay, so the first thing that already went out to you says making words. All right, so we're going to be the sample student here. And what I want you to do is I want you to use this finger tool down here to take some of these letters and put them down on the blue line to make some of the words in our families, like the add family, the app family, and the at. Hear how there's Annie Apple in all of them. So I would just go ahead and pull her down to get started, and then I'm going to pick my ending sound because I know that's the part that changes in words that rhyme, right? Rhyming, 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 middle and the end. So add. I'm going to go ahead and pull this down as well. Okay, so now I have all these different letters to choose from to make a real word in the add family. Maybe I want to make the word mad. So I would need and then once you've built the word that you're trying to make, mad, that's when I want you to tap that microphone and read it. Now, I don't have a microphone on my big computer here, but I would say mad, and then I would hit the pause button while I put these letters away, okay, and make a new word, and then I will record myself again reading that new word. So you don't need to keep the recording going in between. You can hit the pause button so that I only hear you reading. So I said that I wanted you to try and make 2 words from each family, which means you could keep the add out and then pick one of these other letters to make a new word that didn't say mad, but it still had those same sounds, add, in the middle and the end. Okay? So I'm not going to do that for you because I want your brain to do it. Okay? So I made mad. You need to make 2 words from the add family. Then you can go ahead and change it to the at family and build some words that end with at. And then our last one is going to be the app family. So again, you can have your student list out if you wanted to, so that way you were looking at the words. I know that I sent that out to you before, so hopefully you'll be able to pull that back up. If not, and you need a new copy, let me know and I can send it to you in the inbox section so that your family can have that while you're doing this activity. So add, at, app, building at least 2 words from each family and recording your voice. That way when I talk to you on the test tomorrow and say, spell the word lap, you would be able to go ahead and say the sounds and write all the letters in app, lap. Okay? So when you're all done, you'll come up and hit that green check mark and send that to me. Okay? But what I really want to talk about today is this job. This job says, read the unit story. Fluent reading fun. Fluent reading is what good readers sound like. I am so excited to read you one of my favorite stories later so that you can hear more fluent reading. Because the more you listen to good readers have that talking reading voice, the more you're going to be able to have your brain do the same thing. So when you first read a story for the very first time, it's hard to be a fluent reader because you've never seen the words on the page before. But the more that you practice reading, the easier it's going to be for you to just look at those words instead of having to say all the sounds. So when we read this story today, we're going to practice reading fluently, which means that good reading talking voice. Doesn't mean you sound like a robot, doesn't mean you run super, super, super fast. It means that you read nice and smooth, almost like a swan would be swimming or a waterfall falling. It wants to be nice and even and gentle with good expression. So I'm going to pull this up, okay? And your story today is called Cat Nap. So if I was going to be a first-time reader and I had never seen this story before, I might sound like a rusty robot. Now, rusty robots read slow. So you might say, the cat had a nap. Can you imagine if all my reading sounded like that? That would take me a really long time. So maybe the first time you read, you sound like a rusty robot, and that's okay because it's your first time seeing these words on the page. But we don't want all of our reading to be rusty robot reading. Okay? So the more you practice these words, the easier it's going to be for you to sound more like red robot, just roller skating through these words. Okay? So I'm going to read it to you in my best roller skating red robot voice. Ready? Cat nap. The cat had a nap. The cat had a nap on the map. The cat had a nap on my lap. The cat had a nap on Dad's lap. Dad had a nap, a cat nap. See how that wasn't too fast and it wasn't too slow? It was that in between just right. Okay? That's what fluent reading sounds like. It sounds like talking. So what you can do when you're ready to practice doing this job is you can listen to me read a sentence and then pause it and try and repeat that sentence back in that nice fluent reading voice. It's called echo reading. So I would say, the cat had a nap. And you would pause and you would say, the cat had a nap. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to read it again, and I want you to do that. I want you to go ahead and pause in between each one to practice saying it in that nice, fluent reading voice. The cat had a nap. The cat had a nap on the map. The cat had a nap on my lap. The cat had a nap on Dad's lap. Dad had a nap, a cat nap. Zzz, zzz, zzz. So hopefully you were able to pause after each one and do that echo read, okay? Where I read it in a fluent voice and then you read it back in that same fluent voice. Great job. The last kind of reading that I want to show you is that robot race reading. Sometimes boys and girls, when they practice something over and over again, they try and get so fast that it's like a reading race, and they might sound like this. The cat had a nap, the cat had a nap on the map, the cat had a nap on my lap, the cat had a nap on Dad's lap, Dad had a nap, a cat nap. Zzz. Did you get all that? Miss Atwood, was that good reading?
No.
Did you understand anything I just said?
No.
So we are not red robot racers, all right? We do not have to read super duper super fast, okay? We have to be fluent readers. So that's what I want you to practice today. It says, practice reading your page. Remember, read smoothly with expression from punctuation to punctuation. Read through the story silently or assign parts and read with an adult. Use the highlighter to highlight any words from the new pattern in Letterland this week. We did that when we were being the Letterland detective, but you could do it again with this story as well. This is the important part, number 4. Tap the microphone to record yourself reading fluently. So only tap that microphone when you've practiced the story enough to feel like that smooth roller skating robot. Not a rusty robot and not a racing robot, that smooth roller skating robot. So you can just click on this to practice it and then it'll get bigger. Okay? Or if you hit your name and hit that green go to add it, right, it'll come up on your screen as well. So it doesn't matter how you have it up to practice it, as long as you practice, practice, practice until you're ready to tap that microphone. Okay? It says use the drawing tool to circle any words or sentences that were challenging. That's another extra that you can do if you want something new or fun to do today. And then it says tap the green check mark to add your work to the journal. All right? So you have those 2 Letterland jobs, the building the words, and this one. Okay? And then I'm going to read a favorite story to you today, and I'm going to talk to you more about that choice board. The choice board is going to be the assignment that goes with that reading that I'm going to end up doing. So there won't be a separate reading assignment. Your assignment today is to log on to iReady and then take a look at that choice board and maybe start doing some of those things. So I love you guys. Have a great rest of your day.